All right, me. So we are now in how to say this one? Stage 7. 551 was your last one, right? Yes, you can see my hair is very, very wet. Yeah, I just took a bath actually. So, it's very hot in the Philippines. What was your last head word there last time? Switch on? Switch off? Was it right?
That's the first one we're gonna do.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so are you ready?
Okay.
All right, so I have here. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Okay, so I have here an emergency light. Okay, let me sit. Okay. Okay, ready? So, supposing you didn't see. Okay.
So we're done.
Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You're
switching the
switching
light
the
on.
light on.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You're
switching
switching the light
the
off.
light off. Ooh, you didn't see. Close your eyes. Again, like, what do you mean by a preparatory it? What do we mean by preparatory it? By a
By
preparatory
a
it,
preparatory it,
we mean
we
that we
mean
use
that
the
we
word
use
it
the word it
at the beginning
at
of a
the beginning of a
sentence
sentence
to prepare
to
us for
prepare
some
us for some
information
information
that comes
that
later in the
comes later in the
sentence.
sentence.
Give me three examples. Give me three examples. Please. It's very
It's very
difficult to
difficult to
understand
understand
what he
what he
says.
said.
Was it usual
Was
for
it
him
usual for him
for him
for him
to come
to
here
come
every
here
Sunday?
every Sunday?
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 Yep. Like this. Another is it common to find that
Is it
kind of bird?
is it
It
common to find
is it?
out?
It isn't. It isn't
It
common
isn't common
to find
to
that kind
find
of
that
bird
kind of bird
in this part of the
in this
country.
part of the country.
Yep. Another is it easy to learn to speak English as well as the English person or an English person? Is it easy to learn to to speak to speak English as well as an English person? No, it
No,
isn't
it
easy
isn't easy
to learn to
to
speak
learn to
English
speak English
as well as
as
an
well
English
as
person.
an English
An English
person.
person. Yep. Okay, this is the effect when you just woke up. Okay, another. Is it common in your country for people to eat a cooked breakfast in the morning? Is it common in your country for people to eat a cooked breakfast in the morning? Yes, no.
Yes,
It's common in
it's
my
common in my
country
country
for people
for
to eat a
people to
cooked
eat a cooked
breakfast
breakfast
in the
in
morning.
the morning.
All right. What about this one? Have you determined what you're going to do for your next holidays? Have you determined what you're going to do for your next holidays? Yes, no.
No,
No, I haven't
I haven't
determined
determined
what I'm going
what
to
I'm
do for
going
my
to
next
do for my
holidays.
next holidays.
Why not? Why not? Because
Because it's coronavirus.
still,
We
yeah, I
cannot
see.
go anywhere.
You can. Just be careful. But you can. Social distancing. Again, when you start to do something like learning a language, where are you usually determined to continue to the end, though, even though what you have started is extremely difficult. When you start to do something like learning a language, are you usually determined to continue to the end, even though what you have started is extremely difficult? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, when I start to
When
do
I started
something,
to do something
when I start to do
where
something, to where when I
when
start
I
to do
started to
something,
do something
start to do
when
something
I start to do something
like learning,
like
like learning a
learning a
language.
language,
I'm usually
I'm
determined to
usually
continue
determined to continue
to the
to
end,
the
even
end,
though
even though
what I've
what
started
I've
is extremely
started is extremely difficult.
difficult. Yep. Who's the most determined person you know or have ever met? Who's the most determined person you know or have ever met? The most
Most determined
determined
person
person
I
I
bet
know
I know
or
and
have ever met
I've
is
ever met
is
is you.
really determined to pronounce properly. You know what, guys? My voice is still hoarse, right? Yeah, morning voice. Yeah, what other excuses, Huazheng? For success in life generally, which do you think is more important than anything else? The determination to succeed, luck, hard work, or intelligence? For success in life generally, Miyu, which do you think is more important than anything else? The determination to succeed, luck, hard work, or intelligence? For success in
For
life
success
generally.
in life and
Generally. See, she's my student, guys. She can copy me everything. One more chance. For success
for
in life
success
generally.
in life
Generally.
generally
Generally.
generally
I think which
I
one
think hard work
is more
is
important
more
than
important than
anything else.
anything else.
Yes, why not, right? Okay, another. So, what are the 3 forms of steal? What 3 forms of steal? The 3 forms
The
of
three
steal
forms
are
of steal are still,
steal, so
stole,
stolen.
stolen.
Yep. So if someone steals your umbrella, does that mean you have the right to steal someone else's? Uh-oh. If someone steals your umbrella, does that mean you have the right to steal someone else's? No. If someone
No, if
else,
someone else,
someone steals my
someone
umbrella,
steals my umbrella,
it doesn't mean I
it
have the
doesn't
right
mean I
to
have the right to
steal someone
steal
else's.
someone else's.
So sad, revenge. Okay, if someone stole a book from a shop and I was caught doing so, CCTV, what did probably happen? If someone stole a book from a shop and was caught doing so, what did probably happen? If someone
If
stole a
someone
book from a
stole a
shop
book from a shop,
and was caught doing so,
I was
and
caught
was caught
caught doing
doing so,
so,
the owner of the
the owner
shop
of the
would
shop would
probably call the
probably
police.
call the police.
Yep, police.
Police.
Okay. My mouth cannot go on. Okay, now, have you ever had anything stolen from you in that town? Have you ever had anything stolen from you in that town? Yes, no? No, I've
No,
never
I've
had
never
anything
had
stolen
anything stolen
from me in this
from me
town.
in this town.
Would you say you were a rather active kind of person? Would you say you were a rather active kind of person? No, I wouldn't
No, I
say.
wouldn't say.
I was a
I
rather
was a
active
rather
kind
active kind
of person.
person.
Because if you are not here. Again, so what kind of activities interest you most of all? Again, what kind of activities interest you most of all? The kind of
The kind of
activities that
activities that
interest me most of
interest
all
me
are
most of all
are
are
most of all
are
are eating
eating
chocolate,
chocolate,
having Callan Method lessons, having Callan
having
Method
Callan
lessons,
Method lessons,
singing, etc.
singing, etc.
Just choose, guys. It's not even. It needs next the first. Uh-oh. Sorry, I told the truth. Okay, supposing a group of foreign students came to stay with you for the weekend, what would you organize for them? Again, supposing a group of foreign students came to stay with you for the weekend, what would you organize for them? Supposing a group
Supposing a group
of foreign
of foreign
students came to
students came
stay
to stay
with me for the
with me
weekend,
for the weekend,
I'd
I'd
organize
organize
what? A party, a
a
tour, which one?
party
For them.
for them.
Chocolate party. Snook party. What's that? Another. Are you good at organizing things? Are you good at organizing things? No, I'm not
No,
good at
I'm not good
organizing
at
things.
organizing things.
Strongly, I strongly believe. Okay, another. So, what kind of gift would you give a boy of 15? What kind of gift would you give a boy of 15? The kind of
The
gift
kind
I'd
of
give a
gift
boy of
I
15.
give
A
to
boy of
a boy
15.
of
Of
15
15 would be a
would be a
football, a
football, a
bicycle,
bicycle,
etc.
etc.
Yep. So, do you think you should always accept a gift from a friend, even if you don't like what they have chosen? Again, do you think you should always accept a gift from a friend, even if you don't like what they have chosen? Yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, I think
I
I
think
should
I
always
should
accept
always accept
a
a
gift from
gift
a
from a
friend,
friend,
even if I
even
don't
if I
like what they
don't
have
like what
chosen.
they have chosen.
They chose Lamborghini car. I don't like, but it's okay. So nice. Another, what do you mean if we say that someone has a gift for languages? What do I mean, or what do we mean? Let's just say we. If we say that someone has a gift for languages, if we say that
If we
someone
say that someone
has
has
a gift
a
for
gift for
languages,
languages,
we mean
we
that they
mean
are
that
naturally
they are
good at
naturally good at
learning
learning
languages.
languages.
Like, let's talk about engine. Do you know how a car engine works? So do you know how a car engine works? Yes, no?
No,
No, I don't know
I
how
don't
car
know how
engine works.
car engine works.
Like, let's talk about beer. So, what do we use for keeping large quantities of wine or beer in? Again, what do we use for keeping large quantities of wine or beer in? I put them together, guys. So sad. We use
We use the barrel,
a
a
barrel,
barrel,
for keeping
for
large
keeping large
quantities
quantity
of wine
of
or beer
wine or
in.
beer in.
Yep. Okay. So, how is steam produced? How's steam produced? Steam's produced
Steams
by
produced by
boiling water.
boiling water.
When you wanted to do something new as a child and your parents opposed your plans, what did you do? When you wanted to do something as a child and your parents opposed your plans, what did you do? When I wanted
When
to
I
do
wanted to do
something
something
as a
as a
child
child
and my
and
parents
my
opposed my
parents
plans,
opposed my
opposed my
plan,
plans,
I'd still do
I
it.
cried. I still did it. I still did it.
I still did it.
I know.
Yay!
She's a normal one, guys, though, you know. You always have that kind of thing. Okay, another. What's a seat? What's a seat? A seat is anything that we sit
that
on.
we sit on.
Yep. Okay, another. What about this one? Do men in that country stand up and offer their seats to women on buses? Do men in that country stand up and offer their seats to women on buses? Yes, no?
No.
No, men in this
Many
country.
men in
Many
this country
don't stand up.
huh?
Don't stand up
Don't stand up
and offer
and
their
offer their
seats
seats
to women on
to
buses.
women on buses.
Do you think they ought to? Do you think they ought to? Yes, no?
No,
No, I don't think
I
they
don't
ought
think
to.
they ought to.
Why not? Why not? Because
Because it's
it's what?
normal
It's not gentleman.
culture.
Oh, I see. In the Philippines, if you're a woman, they will always say, "Hi, miss, have a seat." I thought it's Philippines. Okay, another. So, what is the difference between a chair and a stool? What's the difference between a chair and a stool? The
The
difference between
difference
a chair
between
and
a chair
stool
and a stool
is that a
is
stool
that a
doesn't have
stool
a.
doesn't have a back.
Yep. About how many passengers does the average bus seat? Again, in your country, about how many passengers does the average bus seat? The average
The
bus seats
average
about
bus seats about 30
how many passengers?
passengers.
Where's the seat of the government in that country? Where's the seat of the government in that country? The seat
The
of
seat
government in
of
this country.
government in this
In this
country
country is in Tokyo.
in Tokyo.
Yep. So, what is the idiom "get on somebody's nerves" mean? What does the idiom "get on somebody's nerves" mean? The
The
idiom
idiom
"get on
get
somebody's
on
nerves"
somebody's
means
nerves means
irritate somebody.
irritate somebody.
Give an example. Give an example, please. Mary's very
Mary
nice,
is very nice. Hey,
but her
but
sister
her sister
gets on my
gets on
nerves.
my nerves.
She's always making things
She's
difficult.
making
She's
she's
always
always
making
making
things
things difficult.
difficult. It should be me is very nice, but me is also or me. Okay, another. So, what do we use the word "so" and "not" when replying to something that someone has just said? Again, what do we use the word "so" and "not" when replying to something that someone has just said? We use the
We
word
use the
"so"
word
and "not"
so and not
when
when we
replying to
when
something
replying to something
Yep, that someone has
that
just
someone
said.
else's
That someone has just
that
said
someone has just said.
to avoid repeating the whole sentence.
Huh?
To avoid
To
repeating
avoid repeating
the whole
the whole
sentence.
sentence.
Okay, give me some examples of this use of the word "so," please. Give me some examples of this use of the word "so," please. Is that right? What
Is
James
that
said?
right? What James said.
I'm afraid so.
I'm afraid so.
I hope
I
so.
hope so.
I
I
suppose so.
suppose so.
I think so.
I think
I
so.
think so. Give me some examples of the use of the word "not," please. Again, give me some examples of the use of the word "not," please. Is that right?
Is
What
that
James
right
said?
what James said?
I'm afraid not.
I'm afraid not.
I hope
I
not.
hope not.
I hope not.
I hope not.
I suppose not.
I suppose not.
Yeah, we're feeling guys. And again, what do we use the word "so" at the beginning of a sentence? Again, what do we use the word, or when do we use the word "so" at the beginning of a sentence? We use the word "so"
We use the word so
at the
at
beginning
the
of a
beginning of a
sentence
sentence
when we
when
already
we
know
already
something,
know
when we already know
when we
something
already know something
that someone
that
has just
someone
told
has
us.
just told us.
Yep. So give an example, please. Give an example, please. Someone
Someone
says to us,
says to us,
"Yep, Mr. Jones is going to
Mr. Jones
has
has
gone
gone
to
to
Australia."
Australia.
And knowing this
And
fact,
knowing this fact,
we
we
reply,
reply,
"So we've been told."
so we've been told.
Okay, another. So I'm shooting at the window. Chum, chum. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're shooting
You're
at the
shooting
window.
at the window.
What are the three forms of shoot? What are the forms of shoot? The three
The three
forms of
from the
shoot are.
shirt are shoot, shot, shot.
Have you ever seen anyone shot in real life? Have you ever seen anyone shot in real life? Yes, no.
No,
I've never
I've
seen
never
anyone
seen
shot
anyone shot
in real
in
life.
in
Real
real
life.
life.
Yep. Alright. So what are the five senses? Me. What are the five senses? The five
The
senses
five
are
senses are
sight,
sight,
hearing, taste,
hearing, taste,
touch, and
touch, and
smell.
smell.
Yep. If you had to do without one of these five senses, which would you choose? If you had to do one of these without one of these five senses, which would you choose? If I had to do
If I
without
had to do without
one of these
one of
five
these five
senses,
senses,
I'd choose
I'd choose.
which one?
What do you choose?
What do you want? I choose. You don't need which one? Smell, hearing, taste.
Everything I need.
Yeah, but only if you don't if you can live without it. Which one?
Which one? Touch.
Smell. Oh, touch.
I don't
Oh, are you
know.
sure?
Because it
Okay.
won't hurt.
Oh, well, guys. Okay, why? Why? Because it
Because
won't
it
hurt me.
won't hurt me.
It won't hurt me.
It won't hurt me.
It won't hurt me. What if I touch anything? If I
If
touch
I
anything,
touch anything.
because you don't have that sense. Yeah, I was like, someone stab you. Oh, there is a blood. You can't you cannot be hurt, right? It's true, guys. Some we call it manhid in the Philippines, right, guys? Manhid. So we cannot feel. It's like numb. Yeah, numb, right? Yes. You don't have the sense of touch. It's numb. So someone punch you. You said it doesn't hurt. Okay, so tell me some of the sites one might see if one went to Rome. Tell me some of the sites one might see if one went to Rome. Some of the
So,
sites
some of the sites
one might see if
one might
one
see
went to
if
Rome
one went to Rome
are which one?
are, what can we see?
The Constantine's Arch of Rome.
Constantine, Arch,
Constantine's Arch of
Constantine,
Rome.
ah,
The
the
Constantine's Arch
Constantine's
of
Arch
Rome,
of Rome,
etc.
etc. No more.
There's a lot, of course. There's some Colosseum out there. Guys, support me. Come on, comment down below. Again, yeah, I still have it because it's not in Rome. That's in somewhere in Pisa, the Leaning Tower. Yep, and the Colosseum out there. Okay, what else watching, etc. Anyways, is it brighter in that room than outside? Is it brighter in that room than outside? Yes, no.
Yes,
It's brighter in
it's
this
brighter
room
in this room
than outside.
than outside because it's raining now.
I see, I see. Reasonable. Okay, another. Do you prefer bright colors or dark colors? Do you prefer bright colors or dark colors? I
I
prefer bright
prefer
colors.
bright colors
Do you?
to dark
Dark colors.
colors.
Okay, what about this one? Were you one of the brightest pupils in class at mathematics? Were you one of the brightest pupils in class at mathematics? Yes, no? Yes, I was one of
I
the
was
brightest
one of the
pupils
brightest pupils
in my
in
class
my
at
class
mathematics.
at mathematics.
Mathematics. Yeah, oh, me too. But that was when I was in kindergarten. I oh guys, you asked me. I have no kindergarten, dude. Yeah, I was dropped out. So sad. Okay, another. So do you always feel bright in the evening than first thing in the morning? Again, do you always feel brighter in the evening than first thing in the morning? Yes, I usually
Hey,
feel
yes,
brighter.
I
I usually
usually
feel
feel
brighter
brighter
in the
in
evening
the
than
evening than
first thing in the
first thing
morning.
in the morning.
Yeah, so she's a 24-hour girl. Okay, another say, what do we mean by a dull person? What do we mean by a dull person? By a dull
By a dull
person,
person,
we mean a
we
boring
mean a
person.
boring person.
Yep, so what kind of job do you think is the dullest? What kind of job do you think is the dullest? I
I
think, which one?
think. What do you
What do you think?
think?
One of my students said typist. Okay, I think typist is the
I think
dullest.
typist is
Is the
the
dullest.
dullest
Why? Why? Because they are just
because
sitting
they are
down
just
and do
sitting
typing
down and do typing.
jobs. There. So I said, go to the swimming pool and go to to make it more fun. Another. Yesterday was Tuesday, right? So was it a dull day yesterday? Was it a dull day yesterday? Yes, no? No,
No,
it wasn't a dull
it
day
wasn't
yesterday.
a dull day yesterday.
It was a bright sunny
It was
day.
a bright sunny day.
Okay, let's talk about a great deal of. Do you spend a great deal of your time doing nothing? Do you spend a great deal of your time doing nothing? Yes, I spend.
Yes, I
Yes, I
spend
spend a great
a
deal
great deal of
of my
my
time doing
time
nothing.
doing nothing
Why? Why? Because I have a
because
lot
I have a lot of
of
free
free time,
time.
so I can
So
delay
I
everything.
can delay
Delay
everything.
everything.
Oh, so sad.
That's the truth, guys. Okay. Again, do you think that the personal freedom of the individual is important, or do you think that the individual ought to be made to do the same things and live in the same way as other people? Again, do you think that the personal freedom of the individual is important, or do you think that the individual ought to be made to do the same things and live in the same way as other people? I don't
I
think.
think
Sure, sure. I think that
I
the
think
personal
that the
freedom
personal freedom
of the
of the
individual is important.
individual is
Important.
important.
Okay, another say, what about this one? What do we mean by a fierce animal? What do we mean by a fierce animal? By a
By a
fierce
fierce
animal,
animal,
we mean a
we mean a
dangerous and wild
dangerous
animal.
and wild
Wild animal like a
animal
lion
like a lion
or a tiger?
or a tiger and you.
You. I suppose like a tiger and you. I know. What's the fears watching? What's the fears? Huh? Make a sentence using the word nonetheless, please. Again, make a sentence using the word nonetheless, please. I haven't
I
got very much
haven't got
money,
very much money,
but
but
nonetheless,
nonetheless,
I will go to the
I will
cinema
go
this
to the
evening.
cinema this evening.
Yep, what's another word for nonetheless, Miyu? What's another word for nonetheless? Another word for
Another word for
nonetheless is
nonetheless is
nevertheless.
nevertheless.
Okay, let's talk about had better. So give me an example of had better, please. Give an example of had better, please. I had better
I
go
had better
now,
go now,
or I'll miss my
or I'll
train.
miss my train.
Yep, another word. What had we better do? What had we better do?
What
What had we better do?
we better do
If we want to
if
get
we
high
want to
marks?
get
Ah, no,
huh?
that's my question. I'm asking. What had we better do? I'm confirming because, my eyes cannot see. She's answering to guys. Sorry. Another, what had we better do if we want to get high marks in an examination? What had we better do if we want to get high marks in an examination? We had better
We
study
had
hard
better study hard
if we want to
if we
get
want
high
to get
marks
high marks
in an
in an
examination.
examination.
Yes, really, it's easy. What did you? It's true, it's true. Because I just woke up. When you woke up, guys, and Callan. Hands up, who can understand? Again, so what had you better do in order to avoid catching a cold? What had you better do in order to avoid catching a cold? I'd better
I'd
look
better
after
look after
myself
myself
by wearing
by
thick, warm
wearing
clothes,
thick, warm
etc.,
clothes, etc.,
in order to avoid
in order
catching a
to
cold.
avoid catching a cold.
Yep, another. If you buy clothes, me, and find out later that they don't fit you properly, what would you do? If you buy clothes and find out later that they don't fit you properly, what do you do? Yep,
If I buy clothes,
if I buy
if I
clothes,
buy clothes
and find out later
and
that,
found out later
find out later that,
that
find out
find out
later
later
that
that
they don't fit
they
me
don't fit me
properly,
properly,
I take them
I
back and
I
try to
take
change.
them back
I try to
and
change.
trying to change them.
Okay. And would your front door key fit the door? Again, would your front door key fit the door? No, my front
No,
door
my
key
front door
wouldn't
key wouldn't
fit this
fit
door.
this door
Why not? Why not? Because my front
because
door
my
key
front door
is
key is
a different
a
size.
different size.
Yep. Have you got any brothers or sisters? Have you got any brothers or sisters? Yes, I've got
Yes,
a
I've got
brother.
a brother.
Yep. Does his clothes fit you? Does his clothes fit you? Yes.
Yes,
He's also tall like you, right? Yes, his clothes
his
fit me.
clothes fit me
Why? Why? Because
because
he takes the same size as me.
he
He takes the
takes
same
the same
size
size as
as
me.
me. Yep. Both of them guys are tall. Amazing. Yep. Another. Are you fit to teach English? Are you fit to teach English? Maybe I'm fit to
Maybe
teach
I
beginner.
fit
To
fit
teach beginner.
too. Huh? I fit
Teach. I fit because
because
I'm fit.
huh?
I'm fit.
I'm
I'm
fit
yep to teach beginner
to
level English.
teach
Beginner level
beginner
English.
level English.
Yes. Okay. Another. What do we mean if we say that someone's fit for nothing? What do we mean if we say someone's fit for nothing? If we say
If you say
someone's fit for
someone
nothing,
fit for nothing,
someone's fit for
someone's
nothing.
fit for nothing,
We mean
we
that
mean that
they aren't good
they
enough to
aren't
do
good
it.
enough to do anything.
Yep. What is the best way to keep fit? What is the best way to keep fit? The best way
The
to keep
best
fit
way to
is
keep fit is
to do physical exercise
to
to
do
physical
physical
exercise
exercise
2 or 3 times a week.
2 or 3 times a week.
I do 4 times a week, so maybe that's why I didn't. Too much. I relapse. Again, what is the idiom to feel down mean? What does the idiom to feel down mean? The idiom to
The
feel
idiom
down
to feel
means
down means
to feel
to feel
unhappy.
unhappy.
Give me examples. Give me examples. I was
I was
feeling very
feeling
down that morning.
very
Very
huh?
what? I was
I
feeling
was
very down
feeling
that
very
morning,
down that morning,
but I felt much better.
but
I felt
I
much
felt much
better
better
when her letter arrived.
when her letter arrived.
That's great. Again, others, how would you be able to identify yourself if, for example, in the street, if you were stopped by the police? How would you be able to identify yourself in the street if you were stopped by the police? I'd be able to
I'd be
identify
able
myself,
I'd be able to identify
identify myself
myself
in the
in
street,
the street
if I were
if I
stopped by the
were stopped
police
by the police
by showing
by
them my
showing
identity
them
card,
my identity card,
passport, etc.
passport, etc.
Do you think it's possible for foreigners to learn English so well that people would think they were English, like you? So, do you think it's possible for foreigners to learn English so well that people would think they were English? Yes, I think it's
Yes, I
possible.
think it's possible.
That it's already time. Something like See you when I see you then. Good morning.